Direct from the 1011 streaming studio, this is Star City Buzz.
Hi everyone, Bill Rentschler alongside Danielle Shank in the 1011 Now streaming studio, another edition of Star City Buzz. Danielle, it's going to be really hot this weekend.
So
really
indoor
hot.
events are probably going to be your best friend, but you know what? That doesn't mean you can't also brave the elements, sweat things out to explore some nature, or, you know, go reward yourself after doing the exploring by jumping in the pool.
There you go. As I said, pools will probably be very busy. And again, if you are going to be out and about, which, you know, just making sure you're taking care of yourself, breaks inside, find some air conditioning, making sure you're drinking plenty of water. Even if you're not thirsty, Danielle,
Yeah.
you should be drinking water.
I also got myself a portable little fan just
There
to
you go.
get some airflow in your face.
My
I
sister
definitely
has
recommend
one
that.
like goes around her neck.
Yeah. Those are definitely key on weekends where we're going to have some weather alert days for heat and wind.
Yeah, heat index value is potentially as high as 110. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Spending time inside, which you could do with this really cool event. We just kind of stumbled across this. This is the field trip across Lincoln and beyond.
Yeah, so this started back in May, but it's very similar to the Nebraska Passport program where you're just exploring different stops, but this is Lincoln centric. You can explore art, nature, and history by visiting some local museums and outdoor spaces. And if you visit 5 or more locations before September 5th, you can be entered into a special giveaway, and prize winners will be notified by the end of September.
So like places like the Nebraska State Historical Society, Lincoln Children's Museum, Morrill Hall, Lincoln City Libraries, Great Plains Art Museum, Sheldon Museum of Art, International Quilt Museum.
Prairie Pines that we always talk about.
Yeah.
All those places.
So tons of different places you could sample and see. You could keep a tally to yourself of who has the best air conditioning of all of those buildings. So that would be a fun thing to do. And again, inside thing to do. An outside thing to do. Again, looks like it should be fun, but again, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. But this is Tour the Wild Side. This is the Wachiska Audubon Society and then the Spring Creek Prairie Audubon Center.
Yeah, so you'll be taking landscape tours on private landowner locations to tour their yards and native plants for birds, bugs, and people. This event is free.
Yeah, and then I think at each location, again, folks will be there to kind of tell you a little bit about how things are set up. So again, should be a fun event. I emailed them and I asked, it's like, hey, the weather, could this event be canceled? And they said no. We did this last year and it rained, and we still did it, so they're going to do it.
And they put it's on the flyer. The event will be rain or shine, so they mean business. This Tour the Wild Side is no joke.
They really do. So again, you could hit that early in the morning, but then you could head over to Woods Park starting at noon. They have their Juneteenth celebration. This is hosted by the Malone Center.
Yeah, so they'll have music, activities, food, and resources for the community, of course, just celebrating the commemoration of the end of slavery in the U.S.
So that should be a fun event. Again, they hosted it last year. Again, I think a lot of people have probably seen the Malone Center's new building.
Yeah, that's going up soon.
And so, again, that's why it's over at Woods Park. I imagine, maybe hopefully, fingers crossed, next year, they could host this event at their new building. Also then happening on Saturday, but this is kind of out, just outside of town, out over in Denton at Hillside Events, booze, bouquets, and besties.
Yes, this is right up my alley. You can grab your besties and go create a beautiful bouquet of flowers while drinking some booze or some non-alcoholic drinks. Tickets are $25. And you don't have to grab a bestie. You could go solo and create some new besties.
There you go. Pop-up flower bar. We've heard of pop-up bars, but I've never heard of a pop-up
This is for the
bar.
girlies, Bill.
Okay. Should be a fun event. Again, that's out Hillside Events, so over in Denton on the southwest side of town. Then also happening on Saturday. I feel bad. There's just a ton of events on Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not hating on Friday or Sunday. It's just there's a lot of stuff on Saturday. But the 2025 Pup Crawl. This is happening from 3 to 7 on Saturday.
So you can meet some adoptable dogs, enjoy some drinks over at Cerro Cider, Craft Axe Throwing, Code Beer, or Off Leash Dog Bar. You can stop at any of those. This event is to raise awareness about fostering and adoption.
So maybe you come home with a new
bestie.
friend. Maybe you
a different kind of bestie.
Different kind of bestie. Maybe you sign up to be a foster family. Again, either one of those things would be a good thing. Tickets are $15, but again, Get a few good drinks and all go into a good cause.
And you're going to pet some pups. That can't be a bad day.
No.
In my book.
No.
But as we said, plenty of events. This one's on Sunday, Trail Trek Family Bicycle Ride. So they'll start at Lincoln East High School, and that's where they will also finish. And they have 6 routes. One's 9 miles, one is 16, another is 23, 32, 40, and 48. So quite a few trek options for you.
Salt Dogs are in town. They have a 3-game series against the Kane County Cougars. Again, late enough in the day, Friday and Saturday, maybe the weather won't be as oppressive. But then Sunday at 2, I really liked it's the Sunset Paddle over at Holmes Lake. We've talked about the Sunrise Paddle, but I believe it's Friday is the first day of astronomical summer, so our longest day of the year, so you could check out sunset on Holmes Lake. Yeah,
and back to, Lincoln Salt Dogs here all weekend. Another event happening all weekend is the Nebraska Communities Playhouse is putting on Seussical.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one too. On Friday night, James Arthur Vineyards is presenting a night of comedy. Rodney Atkins with Drew Phillips Band is going to be at the Icebox. Saturday, early in the morning, Branched Oak Kids White Perch Tournament. So they'll be fishing, competing for some prizes there to see who can catch the largest white perch.
And Sand Hills Global Event Center has some things going on this weekend as well. Reptile and Exotic show on
that one's
Sunday.
Always on your radar a little bit.
Yeah, well, when you have 2 small boys at home. The reptiles and things are of interest. So tons of things to do this weekend. But again, like we said, please just make sure you take care of yourself this weekend with the heat that we are expecting. So drink plenty of water. Again, take breaks inside. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. As always, keep it tuned to 1011 on air and online for all of the latest. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice weekend.
You've been listening to 1011 Star City Buzz. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.